Hi, everyone. I am Donna Reed, and this is Donna Reed Talks Voice. And this season is going to be a little bit different because I'm going to be working with one person for several lessons, and then we'll see the progress over several episodes. And his name is Alex, and he is Russian. He's actually a Russian refugee, and he is living in France right now. But I'm going to introduce him and have him tell his background in terms of vocal things and how he started singing and how he got to me and all of that good stuff. Hi, Alex.
Hello Donna, hello everyone. Well, for me, it's a big honor and so grateful to be there. For me, that's incredible. It's like a dream of my 10 years life of musician. Yeah, that's for me, that's incredible.
That it's absolutely wonderful to work with you. This is the first time we're meeting, letting my listeners know. So, tell us a little bit about your background. You said it started 10 years ago. You started singing, and then, how the progression and how you got to me.
Okay, I guess I've started more than 10 years because I like to sing. And when I was a teenager, I started to sing with my rock group. I just wanted to do something something interesting for me, and I've tried. After that, I went to the musical school. I little bit I got a little bit of lessons in there, and after it started my hard life in Russia, and I forget about all my dreams in vocal and music. So after that, I just worked. I just lived my life, and after it, I remember that I want to sing again in 20. It was in my 25 years old when I was, and I started to take my first education in college. It was a musical college for teachers of music, and but I was in bad circumstances financially and all of that, and I cannot finish that, and after it I forget about vocal, and I've started to find you know lessons of vocal or something else like this to do my self education, because I really dreamed about it, because I really felt inside of me that I have a talent, I have a big voice, I can do that, but I just did not have possibilities for it. And so, yeah, it's a really big story. I tried to tell it in a short time. So after it, I've started to find teachers who can help me, and I found one teacher, one great teacher from Moscow. His name is Viktor Twardowski, and he was a student of Aleksandr Kravchenko. And Aleksandr Kravchenko, uh, he got method of Cornelius Reed, and for me that's I didn't know who really is Cornelius Reed. For me, it was just abstract words, and so I started to spend, uh, to take some money for go to the Moscow, for go to Viktor Twardowski, but uh, these bad circumstances politically was started the war, started the repressions. For me, it was really dangerous to live in Russia, because I had in my background, I had a political activism in my past, and I lived my country, and I forget again for all my vocal lessons and all my dreams. But I never get up, and I continued to find something. And after that, I find the channel of Donna. It was when I was in Georgia, but for me it was like survival horror, but because I did not have a lot of money, I did not have a residence, I did not have anything. After that, I asked for French humanitarian visa. They have a program for Russian activists and all people who are really dangerous in Russia. And when I moved, I've started to take these lessons on YouTube, just on YouTube channel. And when I did my first lessons on YouTube, for me it was incredible because my voice started sounds like never, like it was never. For me it was incredible, and so I really wanted to write something to Donna, but I scared because I'm a refugee. I had nothing. I don't have any money. I don't have anything. I don't have just any apartment for me. It's a social apartment, and I decided to to write you, and I wrote the big letter to you uh, when I just explained who am I and why I want to wrote you, and I just wanted to that you can hear my voice, maybe. And after that, it was happened, and for me, I can't believe for now. I
Well,
can't believe because for me, it's really big dream.
Well, I'm so glad that you wrote, and I'm so glad we're able to do this. And I'm very flattered that you saw my YouTube channel and then had a very positive influence from that. And again, I'm amazed at the influence of my late husband, of Cornelius Reed, that a man in Russia is teaching the way, the principles that he wrote about. And that's just shows how widespread this is. And as you know, even just looking at my YouTube channel, working on your own, it just works, when you can do it, when you apply these principles. Now, my next question is, I know you said you started with rock music, but what kind of music do you prefer to sing right now? So what kind of music are you looking to sing? Is it just everything? Is it more rock? Is it more classical? Is it more, what are you looking for?
Okay, I always dreamed about to sing opera because I really like Russian opera singers. I've sing in church choirs. It's a classical type in Church Orthodox choirs of Russian Church. It's really classical, and my education based on classical principles. But I really open-minded. I can I can sing something not opera, not classical, but I really like it. And now I'm singing in one wonderful French choir of old women's. That's really amazing choir. We had some performances here in this town and in other towns, little towns of France. And for me, I,
Okay.
I I think I really like classical singing.
Okay, wonderful. And I always say, I've said this many times on my YouTube channel, you could sing whatever you want to. I used to sing with a quartet, and the tenor, who was a student of my late husband, sang opera. He sang all over the place, wonderful tenor. And he also sang in a rock band. I mean, heavy metal rock band. And I saw him
Wow.
perform more than once. And he said, oh, he says, yeah, that stuff is easy. He said, I just go into a falsetto and just wail in a falsetto, which is a lot of people when they go into the rock music, they don't use the falsetto. They think they need to use the chest voice. It's a falsetto, but it sounds like a chest voice. But that's another story. So now, okay, now that I know where your voice wants to be, I just have to hear what your voice is doing. So my job is to make your voice as free as possible And however you want to use it then after that is how you use it. Not a problem, right? So, since you've watched my YouTube channel, you know that I always start everybody with having them exhale and then inhale as they bring their arms up. So do that. Do an exhale and do an inhale and
Okay.
do an exhale. Do that 3 or 4 times. And as you're doing that, people who are watching, you know what? They can do it along with. It's always good to breathe. You breathe in, you breathe out. We could all do it and do it on your own time, however long it takes. Everybody who's watching at home, it may be a longer in breath, it may be a longer out breath. Thing we want to do is get the rib cage moving, get the air flowing. One more, great. All right, great. So we got the air flowing, and hopefully you're a little less nervous because I know how nerve-wracking it is to, especially in a different language, and being on the
Yeah.
channel, and it's new and all of this stuff. So breathing always helps all of that. But I'll tell you what, let's start up here. This is how I almost always start with my male students. So let's do this with an ooh falsetto. Let me just see what your falsetto is doing.
Okay.
Great. Now nothing sounds like it's shutting down or constricting, right? That feels okay?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It
Yeah,
feels
okay, great.
perfect.
And as you know, I always ask for feedback because I usually can hear if a sound is constricting or not, but sometimes I don't. So I'll ask, how does it feel? And when I mean, how does it feel? I just mean, is it tight? Is it not tight? Is it constricted or not? So we always want to be aware of that. Now, as we go down with it, let it do whatever. You don't have to keep it, you don't have to force it to stay in a falsetto. You don't have to make it go to a chest voice, whatever it wants to do. Great. And whatever it wants to do. Now, does it still seem like it's on the falsetto side to you?
It's like a falsetto, but it's a little bit lighter now.
So
It's
do you
not a
notice,
strong falsetto.
but do you know, yes, it's not as strong as the upper falsetto, but do you notice on the bottom note any little bit hint of a chest voice or no, not yet?
No, not yet, not yet.
Still on the falsetto side. Okay, fine.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So now we're going to do the whole octave. And again, what the reason I ask you is we want to hear the sound and then we want to observe and we want to kind of analyze. Does it seem like a falsetto? Does it seem like a chest voice? Is it just analyzing and noticing what it's doing? Because again, as you've seen, as my listeners have seen on my YouTube channel, sometimes what we hear on the inside and feel on the inside is not actually what's happening. So you just observe, we all just observe and see what's going on. So try the whole octave and see what happens. And that definitely shifted into a different kind of a chest voice, obviously, some kind of a chest voice. So if it wants to do that, let's do this. Do ooh, ah, and then go right to an ah. That should add a little bit more chest voice, but you don't even worry about that. You just sing ooh, 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 ah, and see where your voice wants to go. Now that's interesting because even anticipating the ah, a little bit more chest voice came in on that note before you went to that one. Great, wonderful. So what we're going to do is we're going to do it this way. Change the ooh to an ah on the top note. So ooh ah, and then come down
Okay.
with the ah and be surprised as to where it might want to go. Okay, and then obviously it went into chest voice and it didn't go very smoothly. It just kind of had a big break to it, which is fine. I don't care about that. Now, I'm going to fix that for you. You're going to start with the ah on the top with the falsetto, but do it with an F and an ah. Fa, 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 fa. Now it may change into the chest voice at a different place. It may not, but let's just see what happens. So fa, 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 fa.
Okay. Fa, 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 fa.
Now, you notice how it went a lot more smoothly from the
Yeah,
falsetto to the chest voice because we had the F.
yeah.
Good. Um, there's I'm debating whether I want to do. No, I'll take care of it right now. I had two things in mind and I had to decide which way to go. We're going to do exactly the same thing. Fa, 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 fa. Take your time. But I want you to, one, notice your in breath, and your in breath seemed to be fine, but notice your in breath. And as you sing the fa, 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 I just want you to move your shoulders, okay? And do the
Okay,
same thing.
okay. Fa, fa, fa. Sorry, a little bit. Yeah. It's
And that's okay,
coordination.
yes. And I'll tell you why that happened. That's actually the best thing. So what happened is I noticed with the other ones, when we went down to the bottom and it went into the chest voice, especially with the ah, it was your body was a little tight and it was a little under the pitch because something in your body was cutting off the air a little bit. So it was a little funky, and it could be because you're nervous, could be because at the end of a phrase that's your habit. Doesn't matter why. But as soon as I made you move your shoulders, everything was freer. As soon as everything is freer, it happens to everybody. Our ears go wonky. It's like, what am I singing? Where am I? I don't even know the pitches. I don't know where I'm going. That's what happens to everybody when the notes are freer because we don't know where to put it. We don't know what to do with it. It's like, wait a minute, that's different. What do I do? So don't
Yeah.
worry about that. That's actually a good sign because that tells you your voice wants to do something different. So, so let's do it again and do the fa, 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 fa. Watch your in breath, move around, and you just don't be. I know it's going to be weird because it's going to do weird things, but you just hear the pitches. Fa, 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 fa starts in a falsetto. You don't even know when it's going to go to a chest voice. Just move around, okay?
Okay. Fa, 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 fa.
Now, do you hear how much better that bottom note was? It had a little
Yeah,
fluctuate,
that's
but it was
magic.
so much better, right?
Yeah,
So what you have to do is really tune into your body, especially at the end of a phrase, and notice if something wants to do a little grab in the torso, just a little. A lot of people do that. They get to the end of the phrase. It's either that they didn't take enough air, or there's just the habit of, oh, it's the end of the phrase and I have to do something, right? Well, let's keep going with this idea. So again, watch your in breath, right? Even if it's too much air for the exercise, don't even worry about that. But all you think about is moving around and fa, 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 fa.
okay. Fa, 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 fa.
Well,
Wow.
yeah, that's so much better. And how does that feel? That feels freer, right?
Yeah, that's feel freer, that's feel easier. It's like I feel like here it's much easier than intention here. That's much better.
Yes, you could feel that it's a little bit looser, right? Because
Yeah.
everybody, I'm going to get up a little bit. Everybody gets tight in this area. We just squeeze it out. We squeeze the rib cage, we squeeze the sternum, squeeze the abdominal area. And we do need energy and we do need our bodies to work. We can't quote unquote relax, but we have to figure out how to do it without the squeeze. And I find that the moving the shoulders, as long as the rib cage is moving, then we can't really squeeze. So let's keep playing with this and see where your voice wants to go. Same thing, fa, 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 and just move around.
Fa, 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 fa.
Yeah, great, great. Sorry, that was there.
Fa, 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 fa.
Now, did you hear that top note that was more chest voice?
Yeah, it was not falsetto. It's totally was chest voice.
Absolutely, but it was a chest voice on the upper side, no constriction, a
Yeah.
real good mix. You don't even worry about what just happened. You just hear the pitches, move around, and do fa fa fa.
Fa 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 fa.
A little bit in and out with that bottom one. Did you notice that?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So the bottom one was not bad, but what might have happened is, again, there might have been a little bit too much of a push. Now, you're moving around, that's great.
Maybe.
But be careful because it's lower. And I've said this before on my YouTube channel, but I'm always going to repeat myself. When you get to the low notes, you have to be careful not to push the air too hard, because if you have a if it's a little bit, if the air is getting pushed a little bit too hard with the low notes, it pushes the vocal cords apart when they actually need to be closer together, and they need to be vibrating more slowly, and it makes them want to vibrate faster. So be very careful. You have the energy. Yeah, it was this key. You have the energy on the top, which is great, fa. But then what I'm going to do to help that is I'm going to have you do fa, fa, ga, ga. And the ga, ga will, on the bottom two notes, will prevent the air from going too fast.
Mhm.
And you're still moving.
Okay. Fa fa ga ga.
Better. I'm going to
Yeah,
take
yeah,
care of
it's
that.
more freer.
Definitely. I'm going to take care of that in a moment and make it even more efficient. But I want you to do that again and a little louder on the top one. Let that be a little bit more chest voice. It doesn't have to
Okay.
be a too falsetto. So the same thing, fa, fa, ga, ga, move around and a little bit fuller on the top note, but the same thing on the bottom, you back off.
Fa fa ga ga.
Yeah. I do that so that you don't push so much. So that's another thing that we have to learn how to do in the same phrase. Have a particular kind of energy here, but then change the energy as we go down. Great, wonderful. Now, I didn't even ask you, do you sing tenor? Do you sing bass? Do you sing baritone? What do you?
I really don't know because my situation is really strange. I can sing tenor, I can sing bass notes, and most of my teachers told me that I'm a baritone or lyrical baritone or something like this.
Yeah, I can't even give you an answer right now because I'm not sure. I can hear that the top note has that upper side and it's full, but that doesn't necessarily mean you're a tenor. The falsetto's pretty good, also doesn't necessarily mean you're a tenor. Now I'm hearing the low notes are good, doesn't necessarily mean you're a baritone or a bass. So I'm really I'm just not sure. It's we have to see. We have to see where your voice wants to go. But now, speaking of which, I'm going to play around with the low notes. So we're going to do this. So three times ga ga ga. I'm going to do this without your moving first because it's easy. It's ga ga ga. You don't even need an awful lot of air. If it gets a little funny, I'll have you move, but right now without moving. So ga 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 three times.
Okay. Ga 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 ga. Ga 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 ga.
Okay, and I know you're trying not to push, but it needs
Yeah.
more energy.
Okay.
So can you go a little bit louder with it?
Ah, okay. Ga 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 ga.
Definitely better. A little thing, and I always pick these little things. When you started that one, you went nga.
Nga.
Yeah, so be careful that you're just doing ga, ga, ga,
Okay.
ga, and that you don't do nga, ga, ga, ga. Because whenever you
Ah,
have
okay.
that, yeah,
Yeah. I
because
understood.
whenever you have that sound, and you know what? Again, if anybody who's watching, they could do this at home. If you do you notice the back of your tongue is high, and it feels like the back of the throat shuts down. Now, that doesn't mean you can't go and sing an N sound or whatever with the throat more open. But for the most part, when we do it's going to shut down the back of the throat. So we really want a strong ga 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 without that extra little ga. So once again,
Okay.
ga 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 ga.
Ga ga ga. Okay. Ga 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 ga.
Oh, that was great. Now do the same thing and then hold the last note a little bit so we could hear what's going on. So remember, what you did before was good. This one, let me put it this way. Even this little exercise here, ga ga ga, you still have to sing it musically. So when you cut off the last note, ga 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 ga, it's like you dropped the phrase. So you
Yeah.
have to keep the musicality, ga 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 ga, just hold it a little bit, and then have it come down.
Okay. Ga 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 ga.
Now that was 1,000 times better.
Wow.
That was really good. Now, what you did with that one is you had the right energy, but it wasn't too much, but it wasn't too little. That's great. So keep it like that. Now, just adjust it as you go lower. Just hear the sound and make it musical, and let's see where your voice wants to go.
Okay. Ga 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 ga. Ga 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 ga.
See, now, again, it happened a little bit here, but I said what's happened. Now you're pushing the air a little bit too hard because it's going a little sharp. So it's going a
Yeah,
little bit
maybe.
above the pitch. So I'm going to have you do it again, and I'm just going to have you move. That's all you have to do.
Okay. Ga 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 ga.
Do you feel a difference?
Yeah.
Yeah. Again, so it's the idea that your body really wants to do that. So you just move around.
Ga 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 ga.
And that sounds good. Great, great.
Ga 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 ga.
Be careful again. Watch where you're going with that.
Ga 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 ga.
Yes. So what could happen when we do these things, and that sounded great, is we get distracted with the movement and we forget to listen.
Yeah.
Yeah, that happens with everybody. So something that happens when we sing is we have to be aware of a lot of different things at the same time. So sometimes I'll make you more aware of the body. Sometimes I'll make you more aware of what's the sound doing. Sometimes I'll make you more aware of, is the tongue moving? Is the tongue not moving? Whatever, whatever. And whenever we're distracted with one thing, then we kind of forget all the other ones, but we almost always have to be aware of everything. So it's awareness in a lot of different areas, a lot of different factors. Awareness in the body, and then kind of what's my tongue doing, and what's the sound doing. It's a lot, and it's legitimately a lot, and it's legitimately difficult. So fine, what you're doing so far is great. I'm loving these low notes. These low notes are really, really good. They're very resonant. Let's see where it wants to go. I'm going to keep going down with it. You just listen. All you do is listen to the pitches and move. That's all you have to worry about.
Ga 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 ga.
Yeah, fabulous, fabulous. And what I like about these a lot is that it seems that your tongue is moving very easily. Does
Yeah,
it?
that's truth.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. Okay, great. Again, listen to the pitches and move around.
Ga 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 ga.
Brilliant.
Ga 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 ga.
Interesting. You see, I'm thinking in terms of baritone, tenor. I'm not sure. Okay.
Ga 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 ga.
All right. All right. Let's test it out. let's see, let's see. This may tell us one way or the other. And it may take a few lessons to know exactly what voice type, your voice wants to be. Usually when the voice is freer, um, we know. We just know, yeah, I'm a tenor, yeah, I'm a baritone, yeah, I'm a bass, whatever. But it can be difficult. I think I've told this story before on my YouTube channel, but I'll tell it again. When I first came to Cornelius to study, I sang my whole career as a soprano. I was always a soprano. I sang soprano. Maybe I would say 5 years studying with him, right here in this room. He looked at me and he said, I think you're a mezzo. And I looked at him, I said, I think you're right. So it took my whole life before I figured out, well, yeah, a lyric mezzo, a high mezzo, I always had the high notes, but the tessitura for a mezzo was better for me than soprano tessitura. So, but it took all that time to figure that out. So
Yeah.
you never know, right? But it may not take that long with you. We're going to test it out right now. We're going to do ga ga ga. Now, this one, you just have to be bold. Same thing that we were doing with the low notes. You're going to move, you're going to breathe, and you're going to just hear the pitches, but be very bold with it. Ga 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 ga. Nice and big, just go for it. See where your voice wants to go.
Ga 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 ga.
And way more energy. Give me way more energy.
Mhm.
Just go for it.
Okay.
Just sing it out. Pretend you're singing opera.
Ga 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 ga. Ga 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 ga.
All right, I'm going to fuss because you're doing the right thing. The next thing I want you to think about, you're going to hear the pitches, you're going to move around, but you're going to let the top note go somewhere else. Don't think chest voice, although it probably will be chest voice. But don't think chest voice. Hear the upper side of the pitches. It might go into a falsetto, but it has to be big. Don't force a falsetto, don't force a chest voice, but really hear the most important thing, that it goes somewhere else. Ga, 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 ga. It just goes
Mhm.
somewhere else. Okay?
Ga 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 ga.
Now that was interesting because you started a little funny and you had the nga and
Yeah.
then you fixed it and all that. And because of that, the top note was better because you were a little distracted. So because
Yeah,
you were
yeah.
distracted and you weren't thinking of the top note was way better. So you kind of have to fool your brain. What you really have to do is you have to not care. You have to not care
Yeah.
what happens. You have to not care if it's right. Just
Okay.
be surprised and
Okay.
breathe and move.
Ga 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 ga.
And whatever it does, I don't care and don't judge it.
Ga 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 ga. Ga 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 ga. Ga 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 ga.
Now there's a little push going on. Do you hear it? Do you
Yeah,
feel it?
maybe. I don't really know.
Okay, fair enough. And I love it when a student says I don't know. I really do. That's great. Don't even worry about it. Just do it again. I'm going to have you do it differently. You're going to do the same thing, but you're going to exhale. You're going to inhale as you bring your arms up and keep your arms up.
Ah, okay. Ga 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 ga. Wow.
One more time. Same thing. Exhale, inhale. You notice you had more air, right?
Yeah.
Definitely. So you're going to exhale, inhale, and you're going to move.
Wow. Okay, I'll
It's a
try
lot.
to. Ga 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 ga.
But don't slow it down. Go faster.
Okay.
And you know what? Under these circumstances, don't hold the bottom note so long.
Ga 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 ga.
And again, the bottom note, don't hold it so long. So ga 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 ga, and then stop.
Ga 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 ga.
But even though you're cutting off the bottom note short, and I fuss with these little things, it still has to be musical. Because what you did there is you went ga 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 ga. So ga ga ga
Okay,
ga ga ga
okay, okay.
ga. I mean, it has to have a little something, right? And I know I'm confusing you because I'm making things do something different. And I'm making you think of a lot of things, and it's in a language that's not your language. I get all of that. But the best part about all of that is hopefully, if I confuse you enough, it all just starts to come out and you don't know what you're doing, which is the best thing.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Same thing and move around.
Ga 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 ga.
That's interesting because the bottom one is going under the pitch. So I think in trying not to push, you're not giving enough energy or the air's not flowing. Now, do I want to get rid of the G and use the F? Yes, that's what I'm going to do. Fa, fa, fa. So do exactly the same thing, but do fa, 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 fa.
Fa 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 fa.
Oh, better. It's still a little out of tune on the bottom. The top note was definitely better. I don't care that it's out of tune. Don't worry about that so much. We're going to do the same thing. Be very careful about the whole sequence. Exhale, inhale, and as soon as the inhale is over, you start to move and you start to sing. Same thing, fa, fa, fa.
Fa 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 fa.
But you have to keep your arms up.
Yeah, yeah.
So again, remember the whole sequence. So it's exhale, inhale, fa, 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 and then let it do its thing.
Fa 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 fa.
And don't hold the last note so long, but that was good. That was good. That was good. And again, it's a little out of tune in the middle, but I don't care about that. I like what's happening on the top note and I like what's happening on the bottom note. We're going to try a couple of more. And remember, the whole sequence and the whole step 1, 2, 3, 4 is really important. So exhale, inhale, just sing the pitches.
Fa 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 fa.
Now, I like where it's going. You need way more energy on the top.
Okay.
Way, way, way more energy. Fa, 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 fa. Really go for it and move around. Same thing.
Fa 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 fa.
Good. I'm going to have you do it one more time because what's happening now is when you take the in breath, you're breathing through your nose. So I want you to breathe through your mouth and do the
Okay.
same thing.
Fa 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 fa.
Definitely better.
Okay.
Now, what did you experience with all of that? Is it weird? Is it different? You don't know what's going on. Tell me what's going on.
I don't really know because I just trying to relax, but I always worrying about oh my gosh, what note I now I'm singing, it's the correct note or not. I don't know why, but my brain is
Of course, that's
thinking all about it.
absolutely understandable. And I don't care. Even I pointed out that it's out of tune just because I pointed out more or less for my viewers. If we were doing this and I didn't have and we weren't recording it, I might not even mention about it being out of tune because that's not the important part. It's out of tune because of a functional reason. The body's too tight, or obviously you have a good ear, you've been singing all your whole life, and that has nothing to do with it. The out of tune has to do with function. So the air is either not efficient or the register balance is not efficient, and all of those things. So when people sing out of tune, everybody freaks out. They're like, oh my God, it's out of tune. It really doesn't matter when you're doing the lessons like this. Now, obviously, when you sing a piece of music, you want to sing in tune, but that's not what we're doing here. We're listening functionally. What's going on functionally? So if it's out of tune, there's something functional happening that I need to fix. I need to set an exercise up so that functionally your voice works a little bit better, and then it's more in tune without you even thinking about it. So that's why don't really worry about that part at all. But what we're looking for is, does it feel freer in the throat? And did it feel a little bit freer? It sounded a little bit freer to me.
So I feel like yes, it's more freer, it's more loudly now, and I now started to feel in another type of vibrato. I don't really know how to explain it, but
Yeah.
it's different vibrato.
Yeah. And I heard, especially toward the end here, that the vibrato was a little bit more efficient. And that's
Yeah.
good that you heard that, because that's one thing that I find a lot of people don't listen to when they sing themselves. They don't listen to the vibrato. You need to listen to everything. What's the vibrato doing? What's the ah doing? What's the register balance doing? All of that. I'm still not sure about your voice category. I'm really, really not sure. I'm not even going to give a guess right now. We just have to get things a little
And
bit
I don't
freer.
really know. 10 years, teachers tell me that I'm tenor, I'm a baritone.
Yeah.
They don't know.
Yeah, you have
And
one
I
of those
don't know too.
voices. It can go maybe tenor, it can go maybe baritone. I hear that. I'm not sure which, but you know what? Again, it doesn't matter as long as we make it as free as possible. So wonderful. Well, that's a wonderful first lesson. That's a beginning, an introduction to, we all know what your voice is doing now. I know what your voice is doing. I'm a little bit more familiar with it. And the subsequent lessons that we have, we'll just keep working on it. But now you have an idea as to what we're doing. And I thank you so much. And I will see you next time for the next episode.
Yeah, Donna, thank you. I'm so grateful for your lessons, for your gentle. That's amazing. You're an incredible teacher.
Well, it's my
That's
pleasure.
fantastic.
Thank you so much. That's sweet of you, but it's my pleasure. And I think this is going to be fun.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching Donna Reed Talks Voice. If you have any questions for me about this episode, or if you'd like to join me on a future episode, please visit donnareedtv.com and click Contact.